Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Man, what a beautiful day and what a long weekend. Hey, everybody, hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for tuning in today. Every Ocean's Pit show is dedicated to the first responders, as always, every day. We have our nurses, our doctors, our first responders, of course, the police officers, the firemen, the teachers, the farmers. That's what's important. But mostly, this show is dedicated to people like you every day of the week. Monday through Friday, they sit and watch this show and tune in. Now, we want to thank you guys so much for your stories and pictures. And I have to say, 85% of the stuff that I say on my show are given to me from my fans and friends. So thank you so much for that. Now, every show is right there, Tony Ocean Facebook. Everybody go to that page, TonyOceanMusic.com. And to book a show, give us a call at 847-769-8609. And boy, we got a great show for you today. Our good buddy Stephen B. from Frontline Cigars will be with us as our guest. And we have a lot of good things to talk about. Now, remember, folks, every show is brought to you by Eco Solar Solutions, where you always save more energy. And when you save more energy, you save more money. It's that cripple. You got to call our buddy Paul and from Caesar at 630-345-2964. Also, folks, Trico Hair Experts. They're out of Rosemont, Illinois, and it's Carmela's Santangelo's birthday today. Part of the owners, Carmela, happy birthday, honey. And go to Trico. Guys, forget about the comb over, the sprays, the hats. Don't you sick when you go into a restaurant and your girlfriend's all dressed up and you got a stupid baseball cap on? I'm not talking about the dress hats. I'm talking about the baseball caps at a fine dining restaurant with your gym shoes. Okay, folks? Trico Hair Experts. Get it done and get it done right. Right out of Rosemont, 773-999-7888. Now, folks, you can follow us on Twitter right there, folks, on the Twitter page. So the show on Twitter is live. And subscribe to our show on YouTube. That's right, Ocean Spit and Tony Ocean on YouTube. Subscribe and get this going. You're looking for very close to 1,000 followers, folks. We need that 1,000 by February, so we're excited about that. All right, so it is showtime.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And now, your host, Mr. Tony Ocean.
Wow, what a weekend. Thank you, Nelson. And boy, what a weekend we had, folks. I want to first start off, everybody. Thank you so much. You came out to Chicago Prime on Friday night, folks, in Schaumburg. You know, it's amazing the places that I work at 4 to 5 nights a week. And they're fine dining establishments. And drinks are $14 to $20 a head. And people are still out. Steaks and food. Steaks are $100, $165 just for a steak. It's amazing that people still come out and support live entertainment and support local establishments. I am humbled and honored more people. And that's what it's about. That supporting the mom and pop establishments is what I'm very, very always pushing, and it's very important. All right, let's go back to some more sponsors. Don Esteban Cigars are right out of Tarpon Springs, Florida, folks. Javier hand rolls them and sends them right to your house, folks. Tell Javier I sent you. You can ask for the Tony Ocean cigars, or you can have your own hand rolled delivered right to your home. Don Esteban Cigars at 727-366-7536. Let's go to another sponsor taking care of all business first, folks. That's right, business. These people pay our bills. Doink's Power Center right here out of Elgin, Illinois, folks. Servicing the construction area for the last 100 years. Doink's Power Center. Give them a call at 224-276-6550. How about, of course, our good friends from Airtight Windows. That's right, Airtight Windows specialists, family owned for the last 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight Windows. 708-788-5000. Give my buddy Lou a call for a free estimate. Saturday night, we had a double, folks. Taverna on Division Packed house. Great seeing everybody there. The band was on fire. Rhino Ryan, Tony Toto. It was great seeing everybody there, folks. I'm humbled to do that. Now, I was thanking Greg, the owner, for letting me leave at a half hour early because we had another show for Rob Wilson, the #1 wine guy in the city of Chicago. His show in his gig in Western Springs. So we left at 10:30 from Taverna, went to Western Springs, where, of course, with the great Jerry James Renda, that show ran till 1 o'clock by the time we left that house. Thank you, Dave Antonelli, for great driving assistance, my friend. And Rob Wilson and the family, thank you so much for always hiring us. Then Sunday, bright, we had to go to Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy to a sold-out Sinatra Sunday. We were there at 4 o'clock with my good buddy Jeff Dubray on keyboards. It was a great day. And then right after that, folks, we left and we went to my good friend Tony, Anthony Battista, and Dominic Battista, owners of Blackjack's Gentleman Club, where we did their Christmas party at a place called Omi Amo something. It was a sushi joint in St. Charles, and the staff and everybody there. And what a great seeing my buddy Dave Calderon from the old Chili's days. We were singing together like the old days. Like I said on my post today, all we were missing is the napkins. So it was very cool. So Kaylee, thank you so much. Anthony, Dominic, great seeing Uncle Jack as well, and seeing some great faces for Blackjacks. We do that party every year. Humbled and thank you so much. This week's show, we only have one that's open to the public. Wednesday, Tony Ocean Christmas show will be at Rosario's in Roselle on Lake Street. Me and Rhino Ryan. Thursday, we'll be doing a Christmas party for my good friend Darren Montel at Lincolnwood, their dealership. So I'm excited to do that show. I have the whole band with us, so it's a lot of fun. A lot of great stuff coming up. Now, don't forget, there's only a few dates left till the end of the year. December 29th, Tony Ocean Birthday Bash. If you're anybody, you're going to be there. It's going to be at Bellagio in Roselle on Lake Street. The main event band, a lot of surprise guests, folks. I'll be turning 59. Join us Wednesday, December 29th. If you're anybody, make sure you get your ass out there. A lot of fun. The 30th, we'll be making our debut at Zaza's Cucina in Park Ridge, Illinois on the 30th. For New Year's Eve, folks, we'll be at Avanti Banquets. And right there, Barrington, Crystal Lake area, folks, with the main event band. It's going to be a good time. Great package they put together, George did. And they got a deal now for this. Anybody gets a table of 10, the 11th person is free. They just threw that in there as well. What a place. We were there in 2018. We were there in 2019. What a successful place it is. That's New Year's Eve. Avanti, come with us to bring in the new year. And the first show of the year will be January 1st at Docks in Wakanda. We haven't been there in many, many years. So I'm excited going back with my good buddy, Jeff Dubray. And then, of course, every Thursday, every Thursday, January and February, we'll be at the brand new hottest nightclub in the city of Chicago and the suburbs of Chicago called Are We Live in Burr Ridge. Gigi does it again. Wow, he's got the Italian restaurant. That's can't get better than that, just like his brother Joey. Great, great food. Right next door, Are We Live? We're going to be there on Thursdays. Dress code. I like it. No jeans, no khakis, no brown shoes. You wear a jacket when you walk in. Be respectable. It's going to be a great place. Then, folks, don't forget now the new Dean Martin book is out. For the Good Times, written by my good friend Elliot Thorpe, who's actually affiliated with the Dean Martin family. Elliot's going to be on our show this Wednesday on the 22nd, and you're going to get a chance to win an autographed copy of these books For the Good Times. And like I said, folks, I was interviewed for the book, and I didn't realize, I just thought it was just going to be a little blimp or whatever, a little write-up, a little page, one or two. And you know what? He was kind enough and nice enough to put me on there, folks, for two pages on me alone in the book, on the For the Good Times. So join us on the 22nd. Elliot Thorpe from UK, from England, baby. That's right. So it's going to be good. And our Florida tour starts March 11th. We'll be at the Venice Community Center in Florida, March 11th, with my good buddy Greg Reedy, celebrating a birthday today. Good, happy birthday, Greg. And don't forget, folks, we'll be there starting it off. Tickets go on sale in January. Then the 12th and 13th will be at Marco Island, Joey D's on the 12th and 13th, and more show dates announced. Michelle, Jerry, great job on Saturday, brother. Robert Provenzano, thank you. So I'm glad you enjoyed the free tickets to the Buddy Rich concert. Robert, I'm glad you had a good time, buddy. Danny, thank you guys so much, everybody that's watching. Santa Barbara, St. Louis, Wisconsin, Florida. We have New Jersey watching. Oh, look at this. Everybody's saying hello. Dave Antonelli, what's up, buddy? Thank you, Dave, for Saturday. All right. Time for our guests, folks. We got rid of some of that stuff. Oh, also, Friday, the second time I got to meet legendary Chicago Cubs catcher, Randy Hudley. And he was one of the best from the 1969 Chicago Cubs in the world. He's in the Hall of Fame. What a great guy. Took pictures of everybody, took off the World Series ring, which the Cubs won, and every player gets a ring. Even my daughter Marissa came with her boyfriend Nico, and just telling great baseball stories. And it was just so great meeting. We met him years ago at Portobello's in Lake Zurich. He did remember that meeting, so that means his mind is still there. So that was very, very, very good. A lot of fun. It was great to see that. All right. Without any further ado, now some people might be looking right now going, Tone. Now that's not a Don Esteban hand-rolled cigar with Tony Ocean on it. No, it's not, folks. Let me tell you something. And I'm not just saying this because I have this gentleman on the show today. Stevie B, Stephen B, CEO and founder of a cigar company called Frontline Cigars. Now, folks, he's got two, this is called the Blue Line and a Defender. Now, he gave me 4 to try, okay? Because you want to try them before you bring somebody on and start saying how great their product is. I'm telling you, folks, I smoked what, 3 cigars for a day for the last how many years? 40, 30 years? So I'm telling you something. Wow. I'm going to tell you something. Wow. And they're fantastic. I'm doing this one here, the Frontline Defender, which I'll smoke later on today. They're great cigars. And they're family owned by a former first responder, a former Chicago police officer for 15 years. And he has these cigars. So makes sense. Defender, Blue Line, police officer, ex-former police officer, folks. So let's bring him on the show. Without any further ado, I just got to bring him on. So let's see if we can make sure he's on here. Hold on, let's push him again. There he is. Oh, just lost him. Try it again. Steve, there he is.
What's up, Tone?
What's up, brother? Stevie B is in the house. What's up, pal?
Nothing much. How are you? I just first off want to say thank you for the opportunity to come on your show, and thank you for trying our cigars. It's,
Just
very humbling to us.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, man. Like I said, like I was telling people before I brought you on, I smoked 3 a day for the last, 30 years. I smoke different kinds. Now, for the last many years, I've been smoking my buddy Don Esteban cigars. They're hand-rolled for me, special mixture, which I love. But then when I was watching you on social media, and I know we have a lot of close friends, of course, the great Dominic Capone, the third, Bobby Hitch, and many, many more guys out there for the inner circle. And then I got to try these cigars, and we reached out to you. And then he said, Tone, why don't you come by and try these cigars? And I had the first 3, and unbelievable. And I'm going to smoke this one later, the Frontline Defenders. Stevie, you've been doing this now for a while, but before we get into the business part, where was Stevie B born?
So I was born in Melrose Park. Born and raised in Melrose Park. I was a police officer in Melrose Park for 7.5 years. And then I moved on to my second department, which was the village of Norwich, for another 7.5 years.
Very cool. You have a big family, Steve?
5 total kids.
Very cool. Were you did you always want to be a police officer when you were a kid?
No, I wanted to be a graphic artist.
Oh, okay. Very good. So that's fantastic. Getting into like I said, always respectful for your first responders, probably more now than ever in 2020. what they all went through and everything like that. And you know, well, look, when a cop pulls you over, 99% of the time they're pulling you over for a reason. And I know you said, "Oh fuck, why are you pulling me over? Because you want to get over that ticket?" Or, "Officer, I wasn't drinking." Or, "Officer, there's no, something in my car," or whatever the fuck it is. So, and what I don't understand is when these people get mean and upset with the officer. They're doing their job. That's what I never understood about the whole thing. So as many times as I used to get pulled over for speeding because I was the worst driver, still am, according to my wife. Before they come to the window, my driver's license and my insurance card is out like this. "Yes, officer," because it is what it is. And I just don't understand why people have a problem with that when it comes. Is it because they're the cops? Is it because it's the law? I don't get it. But you had to go through a lot of that shit when you were a cop, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
And how do you handle that?
Power of the pen, Tone.
Power of the pen is most important. You're absolutely right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, where you're smoking cigars, how did you get involved in the cigar business?
I started smoking around. I had probably my first cigar at 21 with my dad.
Hey, hon. Good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I had my first cigar at 21 with my father, and we used to go fishing a lot, and I would smoke cigars with him. And then about 2016, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was out of work for 3 months, not getting paid. Started a cigar club to help out injured or sick police officers, which we raised in a year and a half, $60,000 to help out 6 different families. Started a Facebook group, came out with our own cigar called the Blue Line. It was a Dominican-made cigar, rolled at a small factory in the Dominican Republic. I ended up getting my cigar license because selling these cigars is illegal here in the state of Illinois. It's a class 4 felony if you're caught selling cigars without a license.
Sure.
So I got my license, started the company in 2019, right after I started a charity called Help the Heroes Foundation, which tanked over COVID. And we were giving money back to injured or sick first responders and military personnel throughout COVID.
That's fantastic, man. Doing a good cause with cigars involved. And usually when you talk about cigars, people are always complaining about the smoke. It's bad for you. I get it. Now, let me ask you something, Stevie. How many do you smoke a day or a week? Or how does that work?
About 3 or 4 on average a day.
Okay, me too. Let me ask you this. Do you inhale your cigars?
No.
Yeah, me either. I joked, man, when you get them, sometimes when they go down the wrong pipe, how dangerous it is. I don't know how they do it. But I have noticed, guys, and you might have too, certain women, they will prefer the smell of a pipe, a smell of a good cigar, than any cigarette whatsoever.
There's a lot of flavored cigars on the market that are geared towards women, and women are buying more and more flavored cigars.
Yes.
I
noticed that Acid, they come out with a bunch of different flavors, right? And stuff like that.
Well, Acid has theirs. Deadwood has the Fat Bottom Betty, Crazy Alice, Sweet Jane, and Leather Rose. Backrat has a sweet tip cigar. Drew Estate has their factory smokes that are a sweet tip. I mean, there's different variations. Don Rafa has different flavors that you could purchase from. All these cigars are available on our website.
Very cool, which is nice. And my sister smokes the non-flavored ones. I got her hooked when I was a kid. So she was smoking the long Macanudos when she was a kid, when she was 20 years old, and she still smokes them. How many men do you think smoke cigars in the United States, you think?
It's got to be over 200,000-300,000.
What about women?
I'd say lower number, probably around 50,000.
Yeah. And and that's a lot. If you think about it, that's a lot of people. And look, How many times I ask people, men, when you smoke? Yeah. If I'm outside grilling, if I'm on vacation by the pool, if I'm golfing, I always hear if I'm golfing, I'm smoking cigars. I don't golf. So I've been smoking ever since I can even remember when it comes to that. There's just something that no people don't understand. What do you feel about it when you have a cigar and you're smoking it? What do you feel like? I mean, that's what people ask you. Why do you do it? It calms me down. I enjoy it. That's why I do it. What about you, Steve?
Same, exactly the same. I love relaxing with a cigar. People don't understand the different flavors to the wrapper, binder, and filler. That's what they don't get. They think it's tobacco. It's like a cigarette. It's not like a cigarette. It doesn't have any additives. It's all hand rolled. They're leaves from the ground. I mean, it's soil. It's soil. You put a seed in the ground and it grows. It's not a cigarette. It's not machine made. These are all hand rolled.
Right. And that's very important. And then you get your people that dip them with their scotch or their cognac and stuff like that. Does that, in your opinion, does that ruin the flavor of the cigar or does it enhance it?
I think it ruins the overall texture and body of the cigar because
Correct.
if you want to infuse your own cigar, you have to put a cigar in, let's say, a Tupperware container with a shot glass of cognac or whatever you want, and you let it sit for about 2 months, and you let the oils and the scent from that flavor permeate into the cigar. That's how they infuse cigars.
Sure.
If you dip it, you're going to ruin the wrapper. Most infused or flavored cigars are sprayed at the factory.
Makes a complete sense. And how many cigars does Frontline Cigars you think they send out yearly, Wes? How much a month do you send out, you think, on cigars on your customers? Now you have some poll that you were a contest you were doing. What happened with that? It's pretty interesting stuff. Tell me about that.
So I was nominated for Brand of the Year and Cigar Personality of the Year. So
Congratulations, brother.
I'm in the top 10. You can go to cigarscore.com/vote. My name's on there, Steve Boyk for Frontline Cigars, and Frontline Cigars is a whole company.
Wow, look at this. Steve, let's get a gentleman here named Rich Baez says, Stevie, over 17 million men smoke cigars in the United States.
It's my good buddy Rich Blass, an attorney out of Elmhurst,
Well, there you go.
Ex-Bellwood deputy chief.
Well, there you go, Richie. Thank you for that information. 17 million in the United States. So do you imagine how much they must smoke all over the world?
Exactly.
I mean, crazy. Now, I love the names, obviously, because you were a former police officer. Blue Line, Defender, Frontline, all perfect. You didn't have a hard time coming up with a decision to what to call it, right?
My license says Blue Line Cigars because that was my, our first cigar. That's my baby. So, my wife and I kind of put our heads together and came up with Frontline Workers, Frontline Cigars.
That's fantastic. Now, speaking of your wife, Steve, what does she feel about when you're puffing away? Number one, for your health. Number two, does she smell the smoke? How does that work out for you? And some men, it's a question that I like to ask. What do you think?
Coming from somebody that smokes cigarettes, she has nothing much to say.
Case closed. Case closed. So there's your answer, gentlemen out there. Now you've got kids too. Beautiful. How many kids you got?
I have 2 girls.
And fantastic. Now, do they like your cigar smoke when you come up? Now you smoke. You have a little dungeon, a man cave you have. So you only smoke in there in the house, correct? Now, when you come back into the house, they give you a hard time for the smell, Daddy?
No, because actually I have a great filtration system called the Medify MA25, It actually sucks in the smoke. I also have an ozone ionizer down here. My buddy actually came down in the basement the other day and said he couldn't smell anything.
Well, you know what, Steve? I'm going to tell you something. Last year for Super Bowl Sunday, we went to a cigar place. I forgot what it's called in Schaumburg here, right in the mall.
Oh,
And
the Byron Lounge.
yeah, great place. And I forgot what the price was. There was 100 guys in the main room there, 60 to 100. They catered the food. They gave you all 5 cigars when you bought the package. But I'm telling you, we're all in there watching the Super Bowl. Everybody's puffing, and I couldn't see the smoke.
Yeah.
It just went whoosh.
Yep.
I mean, it was amazing that all those people puffing at the same time, and it was just getting sucked up. If you have the right situation like you have to have that. Absolutely. Now, if they're ordering, like the worst thing, Steve, you have to admit, before that, let me just make a quick commercial here, folks. I'm sorry about that. We have Ocean Spit, a little show about big things. Our good friend, CEO, of course, of Frontline Cigars. It's time for another quick sponsor, folks. It's gift giving time. And you know what? If you're going to give, folks, what do you gift is who's got everything? SteakSyndicate.com. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. It's that simple. John Sirianni put these packages together. You want the great steaks, pork chops, chicken, burgers, whatever you want delivered right to your home, just like the quality meats you get at any of your fine dining restaurants. It's very simple. You can join the Corleone Club. That's right, the Corleone Club. Very simple. Go to SteakSyndicate.com. Promo code Tony Ocean. Get 25% off membership and a free tomahawk steak, folks. A tomahawk steak priced at certain restaurants are $150 just for the steak. That's free when you go to promo code SteakSyndicate.com. Ocean Spit, the little show about big things with my good buddy Stephen B. from Frontline Cigars. Steve, you ever notice that people, they might go into a liquor store and buy cigars? Probably the worst place you can do that, right?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, there's some decent cigars that are sold at liquor stores.
I'm not talking about the quality of cigar. I'm talking about the upkeep. Are they really taking care of those humidors? I know the guys from Binny's do a pretty good job at it, but in some of these mom and pop, maybe liquor stores in the middle of nowhere, you get some of these cigars, you take them out, you rip, and they just unravel them, and then you take them out of the plastic.
Yeah, they don't upkeep them like they should. I know a friend of mine has his own company, and he checks his humidor in the liquor stores weekly, monthly, to make sure that the humidity is correct.
Yeah, and it has to be, and that's what people don't realize. For people out there that are listening for the first time, maybe, Steve, and you have humidors, what would you keep your humidor on in the winter months?
Perfect is 70 degrees, 70%.
Okay. Summertime.
65, 66.
Yeah. And tell people what happens if it's too hot in your humidor.
So you can get what's called cigar beetles. So there are beetles, there are eggs. I don't know if people know this. There are larvae actually growing currently in probably the cigar that I'm smoking. So they're already present in the cigar. So in order for them to hatch and become a big problem in your cigar, your humidor is going to have to get up to about 80%.
Okay, there you go then. Now, let's go to the I know you're a busy man, do what you got to do. So I got a couple questions for you. Let's go real fast. What's this It's Cuban. It's got to be the best cigar. Oh, I don't know. I had a Cuban. It's the best cigar. Oh, I got it from here. They're the best cigars. No other cigars. I'm sorry. I've had many Cubans in my life. Not that great. Why is that, Steve?
Because the lack of finding quality Cuban tobacco has diminished. So a lot of these Cuban companies are using Nicaraguan wrappers for their cigars. So they're not 100% Cuban, and you got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aftermarket cigars that are sold. Let's say you go to Mexico and there's a guy on a beach with a little brown box with a glass top on it, and he wants to sell you 5 cigars for $100.
Yes.
Walk,
Yes.
walk the other way, because these are most likely made in the Dominican Republic.
Correct. Now, would that be the same thing if they went into a Mexican resort and those hotels where they have their cigar shops? Would those be real Cubans?
I have found some people that have found real Cubans in the cigar shops themselves. But the big thing is, when you look at a Cuban cigar, you can tell by the wrapper initially. You could tell by the band. Here, I actually have a real Cuban in my humidor. Hang on.
Sure. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're watching Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. Stevie B, CEO of Frontline Cigars, former Melrose Park police officer for over 13 years, 15 years and a bit. Then he went over to Norwich, and now he's got these brand new, great Frontline cigars. All right, Steve, go ahead. Explain the Cohiba. What are you holding in your hand right now?
So I have a Cohiba Edición Limitada 2004. So this is about 17 years old.
Okay.
So you could see the wrapper itself is very pristine.
Yes.
Okay. You get a, I don't want to say shitty on here, but you get a shitty wrapped cigar, and you could tell that the cigar wasn't made properly. Also, a big selling point is the band. If you look at the Cohiba band, they usually have a very pristine line, straight up and down.
Between all three of the different wrappers. So the one line goes completely straight. Totally, I understand.
Yeah, and also the band.
Yeah.
So Cohiba, the new Cohibas have a female on the front, and it's almost 3D printed. It's hologram. So you know, if you put it up to the light and you don't see the raised Cohiba or the 3D printed emblem that represents Cohiba, it's probably fake.
Okay. And what's a real good price for a Cuban cigar? What are you paying for a real Cuban cigar if you're in Dominican, wherever you're at?
Your
price for a Cuban, what's a price you can say, okay, I believe this is the right price?
$15 to $20
for one cigar.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I also remember going to British Columbia on a cruise ship. We went to British Columbia, and they had them right there. You're right. Even Lake Geneva, Wisconsin for a while. Guys, if you remember, if you used to go out there, now it's not Lake Geneva, I'm sorry, Wisconsin Dells. There was a cigar stop, and at the end of the humidor, Steve, it said pre-Castro cigars at $150 a hit. So I bought one. I went miniature golfing. I was gone by the second hole. Whatever these things were rolled in, I was like, holy shit. I was fucked up with these. And now, is that because, is it, why do you get fucked up when you're smoking a cigar like that?
One, it could be that you're inhaling.
Yeah, I didn't inhale.
Two, it could be that cigar had Lajero in it.
Lajero is what?
Lajero is the top of the tobacco plant.
Okay.
So that's the part of the plant that gets the most sun. So if you see a cigar that has full Lajero in it, or double Lajero or triple Lajero, you kind of want to gear towards staying towards a Connecticut or a Habano.
And I noticed something, because I remember a couple of times I'd have one and I'm in a long drive. By the time I'm getting out of the car, I'm stumbling and I go, what the hell did it happen? You know, it's like, it's amazing, these things with these cigars, Steve. And let's go to one of the last questions I have for you. COVID-19 hit March 2020. March 14th was the last show that I had. What would you think of it? Number one, for your health and your family. Number two, about your business. Did it affect your business at all, or did it increase it because more people were smoking when they were at home?
It increased it because a lot of the lounges closed.
Yes.
So we had a lot of online business. As soon as the lounges opened up about 6 to 7 months ago, business has been steady, but it hasn't been what it was during COVID.
And Steve, remember when you could smoke in a bar, whether it was cigar, whether it was cigarettes, and that they stopped that completely for many years, obviously. It had to crush the business for a while, right? The cigars and cigarettes in general had to crush the business when people had to go sit outside and smoke.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And why do you think the pipe is not as popular as it used to be? I mean, for tobacco, not the other shit that people are smoking. The tobacco.
I've seen pipes coming back. I don't. My dad used to smoke a pipe.
I still do.
Yeah.
At home, yeah, and I love it. The Black Cavendish is one of my favorites. I love it. But here, my good friend Peter Prado says, "Great knowledge on cigars. Although I don't smoke, it's good to know for gift giving." See, so you got people there. These great comments are coming in. That's fantastic to know. And now, Steve, how do you buy? It's Christmas time. They're looking for gifts. This is the company you want to go for, folks. This is Frontline Cigars, and I'm telling you, whether you get the Defender or you get the Blue Line, take a look at it. How do they find your stuff, Steve?
Frontlinecigars.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We have great last-minute gift ideas for Christmas. We have a Santa bobblehead from Punch Cigars. We have that individually. We also have a Punch bobblehead with a 5-pack. We have ashtrays. We have the Romeo and Julietta ashtray with a 5-pack of Romeo and Julietta 1875.
Wow.
We have the Inner Circle ashtray, which comes in a beautiful box.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. My good buddy Dominic Capone. I got a couple of those. Very great. Yeah.
We also have the Inner Circle lighter. It's
you can't beat that lighter. I've already bought like 5 or 10 of them already from Dominic, folks. With that lighter, like I said, it's got the poke, it's got the punch, it's got everything in it. It's fantastic, and it's a great thing to have. It really great gift giving. It really is. Steve, anything else you want to throw out there about that foundation that you have? Are you still involved in that organization?
No, we took a big hit because we were donating a lot of Lysol products, a lot of masks, a lot of goggles to first responders, to the Philadelphia Fire Department, the Virginia Fire Department, the Cook County Sheriff's Department, and we took a big hit, and we couldn't sustain that hit, and we kind of had to drop it off.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. Like you said, that's very unfortunate when you guys are trying to do something, fundraisers or anything like this for certain organizations. And it's a shame when you find out that 20% or less actually goes to the foundation. The rest all goes to other people's pockets, which is just horrible. It really, really is, Steve, any last words that you want to say for any cigar guy? Okay, if you were to, last question. If it wasn't a Frontline cigar, you are out of town, you forget yours. Damn, I want a cigar. Where are you going to get one at? And what kind would you get?
Macanudo, Romeo and Julietta, United, Rockefeller. I'm very brand loyal to the people who are loyal to me.
I got it. Yeah, I think it's like me if you like something, you usually stick to it. Old school it is. But I have to tell you, man, I will be definitely getting more of these. Now, I have a lot of guys that watch the show, and I know you guys all ordered from Don Esteban Cigars, and I love them. Great guys and a good friend of them. But this guy is a homegrown guy right here, folks, right here in Illinois, right here in the United States, my good pal. So you got to make sure you try out these Frontline cigars, Defender or Blue Line. Look at the look at the page. They got a lot of packages, great gift giving. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to really enjoy these fine cigars, man. Support mom and pop locations, establishments. This is what it is. Steve, did you ever think about opening your own store at one time?
Eventually, I know that, my wife is getting sick and tired of doing the SEO and the analytics and stuff for the website.
Yes.
So I know my dream one day is to open up a cigar lounge.
Cigar lounge, still store. You know what? That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Anyway, Steve, I want to thank you so much, Stevie B, CEO of Frontline Cigars, for being on the show today, man. Thanks for your friendship. And when the holiday is over, buddy, we got to actually, and Dominic's been telling me this for a couple months, so we have to hook up and, you know,
I was just saying,
I want to become that membership. I got to get the, do the thing for the inner circle, because fantastic, man. I love it.
I was just at his house the other day. You could also pick up, we have challenge coins.
Very cool. Frontline. Now that's very cool, man.
We got
I love it.
3D PVC patches coming back in stock in the next couple weeks.
Very cool. Some more great gift giving stuff. And something you would go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my business partner, Jack. Jack does all the engraving and all the technical work, the handiwork that I can't do. Linda, Liam Baird, and Andrew are brand ambassadors. Thank you very much for all that you do. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. FrontlineCigars.com.
There you go. My friend Tony Toto, and a great drummer in the Chicagoland area, plays with me. Of course, the Tony Ocean Band. He was with me on Saturday at Taverna. He'll be with me this Thursday. Tony's asking, how do we get a hold of Steve? Well, very simple. Go to frontline.com.
FrontlineCigars.com.
FrontlineCigars.com. And you know what, Tony? Since you're a good friend of mine, I'll even pass over, since you're a reliable guy, I will pass on Steve's number to you, because he's a great guy. All right, guys. So God bless you very much. Let's give it up for my good buddy, Stevie B, ladies and gentlemen, from CEO of Frontline Cigars. Smoke 'em, baby. Smoke 'em. That's what it's about. Thank you, Steve, for your time, buddy. Have a great day, brother.
Thank you.
Peace and love, ladies and gentlemen. Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. A lot of things. We got great guests on tomorrow. Ken Voss from the Illinois Entertainer will be on Tuesday. Wednesday, Elliot Thorpe, the author from the new Dean Martin book, actually was president of the Dean Martin Society. He's going to be our guest on the 22nd. Of course, there's Thursday. My lovely co-host, my wife, will be with us also. She's also my co-host on the Thursdays. That's probably why the numbers of views triple when she's on. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff. Now, we know, ladies and gentlemen, our president, Joe Biden, will make an announcement tomorrow. Big announcement. We don't know what it is, regarding maybe what's happening with the vaccine, unvaccinated. I don't know I don't know what they're gonna say. But according to the article that we got from my good buddy Dave Antonelli, there you go, folks. Steve, if you can put a thing there, yeah. I'm wondering what's going to happen with this. We don't know. They say it's basically going to be talking about people that are unvaccinated going into the winter months. So I don't know what President Joe Biden's going to have to say. So I'm sure we'll be all tuning in on that thing. Yeah, one more thing. Yes, Steve.
So I know if I don't bring this up, if I don't bring this up, I'm going to get killed. I want to thank my wife. Without
Absolutely.
Her, no, I'm serious. Tone, I'm serious. Without her, this website, the SEO, how we show up on Google, the analytics, all the back end work that she does, without her, we would be nothing.
Yeah.
So thank you, Val. Love you.
Steve, I'm the same way, man. Without my wife, I'm telling you, it would be nothing, according to this. And of course, now our executive producer, April, enhanced our show. But when I first started the show, it was my wife. And so thank God we got those kind of partners on our side, brothers, right? That's
Absolutely.
how it works. You got it. All right, guys, listen to this. Now, your Bears are on tonight. I am not. Danny Raimondi says, is Biden still alive? Yes, he is, Danny. Yes, he is. Danny Raimondi, an incredible. Dave Antonelli from Patriot Funding says, let's hope he's stepping down. Oh, okay. There you go. Yes, I love your comments, folks. I love it because you guys are real. And that's why it's fantastic. All right. Chicago Bears playing tonight, folks, at 47 yards per week. It will take the Bears 17 years to move to Arlington Heights. That's all on. I'm not a Bears fan. Don't care for the Bears. Never been a Bears fan. 85 was a fluke. And look, I can't talk, folks, because my Giants are not doing too good. Even though we beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, only team to ever do that. Anyway, but besides that, it's going to be interesting to see this announcements that he makes for people that are, according to the interview, the thing that was on the newspaper, according to people that are unvaccinated, how it's going to affect the winter months. So we're going to have to see how that. 10-4 after tonight, right, Peter? You got that right, buddy. Hope you know it. Speaking of better half, oh, thank you, Kathy Reaney. Yes, you are the better half of my good buddy Greg Reaney out in Florida, celebrating a birthday today. Greg Reaney, happy birthday, pal. And we got a bunch of birthdays, so let's rattle them off here. Greg Reaney, of course, my good friend Jackie Appolito, Kathy's sister, was at the gig on Saturday. Taverna, happy birthday, Jackie. Pam, Brokeem, I love Pam. We would go back many, many years. Keith Richards, one of my idols, a guitar player from the Rolling Stones, turned 78 years old this past weekend. Michael Mandelli from the great Mandelli's Restaurant, and of course, one of the great real estate guys in the city of Chicago. He's fantastic. Ray Meyer, former basketball coach for DePaul University. Bobby Keys, former saxophone player for the Rolling Stones, celebrates a birthday. David Madden, you might remember David as Reuben Kincaid on the Partridge Family, celebrates a birthday, folks. Barry Livingston, he was one of my three sons from the TV show My Three Sons. Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake Killer from the WWE, baby. Woo! Stevie, happy birthday, my friend. Carmela Santangelo, of course, of the great Trico Hair Experts, great company, of course. Kathy Hessen, another listener of Ocean's Pit, happy birthday. Our cousin Rhonda, got a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, cuz. Elliot Easton, guitar player from the former band called the Cars out of Boston. Burton Cummings out of Canada. What an incredible singer. Burton Cummings, folks. Man, how about Pope Francis celebrates a birthday, folks. And my good friend Star Rollison. Happy birthday, Star. 5 more days till Christmas, folks. It's Monday, December 20th. I want to say prayers out to my good friend from the south side of Chicago, Beth Newing. Beth, prayers to you, my dear friend. I hope you're doing okay, honey. We got to see you around, folks. Doctors right now should be screaming zinc, vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, whether you're vaccinated or not. Take these pills, take these vitamins every day. It will help you. That zinc is very good, folks. They should be screaming that. According to press yesterday, a couple noticed that President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris have never talked about re-election. So, yes, Peter, zinc is huge. Albert, great seeing you, buddy, from Arcada Theater yesterday. Thank you, buddy. Donny Osmond. Oh, happy birthday, Donny Osmond. I didn't know it was his birthday. So they're not talking about re-election. So, oh, perfect. Good. And Steve, I love you to stay on, buddy. We'll talk. Yeah. Any of these topics you want to make a comment on, you're more than regular to. How about this, according to CBS, folks? According to CBS, they're starting to discharge military, Marines, troops because of the vaccine. Discharging. And the things that people are sending me is how. Here's what's mind-boggling to me, folks. They're firing nurses. They're firing these people left and right. They're telling everybody to get vaccinated. They're telling everybody to mask. They're telling everybody to get the boosters, but they're keeping the borders open and letting everybody come into the United States. Now, I'm going to be going to Mexico with my wife in February for our 4-year anniversary. Being non-vaccinated, folks, you know I have to take a COVID test before and after. They give you that option. I, as an American, have to do this. But people coming in from over the border, come on in. Everybody, party, come on in. Nobody's being checked. So it's just mind-boggling to me and confusing to me. And I think that's why so many people are confused of what's going on right now, folks. It really is. And here, another thing. People are dying 2020, they were dying. Some people are still dying now. But you know, these people, even during 2020, all this crazy shit that was going on, people were still holding grudges over something that might have happened for the most stupidest things. And I'm saying right now, folks, if you've got friends out there, Greg Reedy says Russia, China, Korea, and Iran are laughing at us. That's right. They are laughing at us. Our allies were with us. They don't trust us anymore. And our enemies are not afraid of us anymore. That should be pretty scary. But I mean, about holding grudges, I know people that are holding grudges for certain situations, and some of them, God, if you can right now, man, if you go out and try to bury the hatch with people, man, because tomorrow you don't know if you're going to be here. And if you're going, anybody out there that's depressed and going through suicide, and there's a lot of them, folks, reach out to your friends, man. Call them, anybody, man. You know, it might not help. It might not help, but you know what? A little couple words, man, go a really long way. Even though you don't get a chance to talk to somebody in a while. Hey, man, text, call, whatever. How you doing? Hope you're well. I mean, it goes so far. People don't realize. I get texts from people I haven't talked to in years, and it's so cool, man. We're just lucky. We really, really are, man.
Coming from somebody that has mental illness, who has PTSD, it takes a lot to come out. And you know what? I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah, Steve, please do.
Here, 630-381-0987. 630-381-0987. That's our business line. I suffer from PTSD. So if you don't want to call Tony, call me. I'll get you some help. Believe me, there's a lot.
Right. And Steve, you're right. There is help out there, folks. There is help. These people, some of these people that you're reaching out for, have been through situations like this, are going through situations like this. There's nothing wrong with getting help. There's nothing wrong with getting a little advice or a little help. It can go such a long way, folks. And you know what? Usually is during the year, and now it's happening during the holiday season. It's got to be even harder, right, Steve?
Absolutely. And, you know, especially with people dying around the holidays and things of that nature, people get depressed. And you know what? It's okay to talk to somebody. Believe me, I was in a rut January of 2020. I've been out of work for 2 years not getting paid. I lost 45 pounds. I was in a bad place. Looking back, I'm glad I got help. I'm glad that my wife was there for me. I'm glad that the cigar community was there for me. Because you know what? Because of them, I'm here today.
Yeah, and I agree. Every little help. You know, I told people I was taking I called somebody. I talked to a psychiatrist once a week. I have no problem admitting that. And I just started because I know this head is fucked up. I mean, it's crazy. I know that. But, you know, it's the best thing for it. I'm really getting to enjoy it. And I think everybody should go out there. It's very, very important. Thank you, Steve, for that. Really much so. Hey, guys, listen to this. According to in Las Vegas news, the Hard Rock Casino is going to be taking the place of the Mirage in Las Vegas. Stepping up, folks. They paid $1.7 billion in cash for this move. Wow. And you know how quick they're going to make that money for all you gamblers out there. You know that. So the Hard Rock is taking the place of the Mirage in Las Vegas coming soon, folks. Hear about this, folks. A person was arrested at the Applebee's in New York City for vax mandate. Now they have cops going into the restaurants in New York and checking your cards. I got it. That's how they're doing it in New York. Fine. But murder percentage is up 81%, folks. 81% in New York City. And that's why it's time for That's Suspicious. Because, ladies and gentlemen, why aren't they caring about that? 81% murder in New York. And they're worried about the guy having a coffee or a hamburger at Applebee's. It's a pretty crazy world we're living in, folks. And like I said, that's suspicious, and that was definitely suspicious. What else we got here, folks? According to Antiox, which is a social media outlet, the FDA is permanently allowing abortion pills to be mailed to your home now. Are you hearing about this, folks? No more going to that doctor, sitting in that office, if you believe in the abortion or not. Whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, whether you're pro-life, whether you're not. They're making it even easier now by getting this stuff sent to your home. I'm not even going to get into that. That's how fucked up it is. All right, folks. Also, how about this? Eric Clapton, the world-renowned Eric Clapton, probably one of the greatest guitar players ever to live, is just sued a woman online for selling a bootleg CD of his and won. Now, I got it, man. This is stuff that, this is just like, I understand this thing. Eric Clapton and the artist there that put songs out and people steal them, download them without paying for it. It's just like if you had somebody doing these Frontline Cigars and they use the same logo and they're selling them somewhere and people buying them. Steve have every right to go sue, and I'm glad Eric Clapton did that. I think artists who people are that's their royalties, that's their stuff, that's their babies, and they're getting rid of their stuff, and people are trying to sell it. A horrible thing, and I'm glad they're coming down on that. I really, really am, folks. That's suspicious again. Governor, oh no, I'm sorry, not Governor, Pfizer. They said that this pandemic is going to end by the end of 2024. Number one, how do they know that? And second of all, at $27 billion a quarter, do they even want it to end? Right into the election? Do they want this thing to end? How are they predicting it? It's going to end in 2024.
Nostradamus.
Love Nostradamus, by the way. Just making sense to me. Tony Bisek, if you're watching, one of the great drummers of Chicagoland area. He just did his last show with the Meteors this past weekend. For many, many years, they were in business, playing, entertaining. And Tony, congratulations all those years, buddy. Keep doing it. I know you'll find another band and keep going. Tony Bisek. And I'm glad you enjoyed the Buddy Rich tickets you won here on the show on Sunday. Thank you for Tony for that. Here, according to New York Post, you're going to love this, a New York COVID inspector going into these restaurants, inspecting to see if you have a vaccine card or not, was asked to show theirs, and he didn't have one. He wasn't vaccinated. Only in New York, folks. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. How about this one, folks? According to Complex.com, a man arrested for robbing a bank and then going to deposit it into his ATM account. He robs a bank, and then he goes, this is from Delaware, folks, a 44-year-old man named McRoberts Williams robs the bank, then takes the money and puts it in his ATM account. He gets arrested after he gets caught. Unbelievable, folks. Only here in America. Oh, my God. And it's the stories that you guys send me in is unbelievable here. Just crazy of things that are happening here in the United States.
Have you heard about the bill HB 4259 here in Illinois?
Now, what is that, Steve?
So it's insurance code healthcare expenses by Jonathan Carroll. I believe it's out of Woodstock. So basically he's saying if you don't have the vaccine and you get COVID-19,
you have to pay for yourself.
You have to pay for yourself as of January 1st, 2023.
So that starts 2023.
Yeah.
Now think about this. We're going into 2022. That means we're still getting a year of people not getting vaccinated. So what they're trying to say is January 2023, if you get COVID and you're not vaccinated, you have to pay the hospital bills.
Correct.
Why are they waiting 2 years? Right? It's crazy. It's just nuts, some of this stuff, folks. A 5-year-old boy, according to Trendsetter.com, a 5-year-old boy charges, God, $1,200 for ice cream and ice cream cake on his dad's credit card on Uber Eats. Some of these cakes that he ordered are $99 a piece on Uber Eats, and his father had no clue. $1,200. A boy from Sydney, Australia, charges that much money. A 5-year-old. Oh, nice surprise that must be for Pops. Oh my God, unbelievable, folks. Really.
That that bill was not, Becky, that bill was not passed into law. It was introduced.
Okay, so it was not passed. All right.
It was introduced to the House on 12/6 of 21.
Okay, according to Peter Prado, you have to pay it now. Insurance these days don't pay much at all. Okay, and Becky Lee, no, the law did not get passed. Did not get passed. Keith, more and more, Peter says, more and more booster means it's not working. It's not a vaccine, gene therapy. Bingo. Bingo, folks. Bingo. And I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks I'm crazy here, but cheapshots.com, ladies and gentlemen. A man was banned for life on United Airlines for showing up to wearing a red thong as a mask. He was wearing a red thong as a mask. They kicked him off the plane. He's banned for life from United Airlines. How does this stuff even make the papers? Now, something I mentioned, which is pretty funny. If you're a golfer, I'm not a golfer, but if you're a golfer, Titleist, you can get special engraved balls, like the guy's name or a logo of something, and the personalized balls, Titleist. Someone's trying to get Let's Go Brandon on these Titleist balls. They will not print it. They will not take your account, no matter how much money and how many golf balls you want to order. So when Titleist made that claim, Callaway, which is another golfing ball company, said, bring the orders to us. We'll print it. See what I mean? One door closes, one door opens. One people care, other people don't. I mean,
and those balls aren't cheap. We got 2 boxes of personalized balls with our Frontline logos on them.
Yeah, okay, they're not cheap. You're absolutely right. Ocean Spit, the little show about big things, folks. Let's not forget our friends from Portillo's. That's right. We all love Portillo's food. And, folks, not only do the great fundraisers, folks, and you know how important that is for the great fundraisers that they have. And if anything, any nonprofit organization or everything you want to put together and have Portillo's do this, you go to their location, you let them know what your fundraiser is. They give you, after $200 worth of sales, you get 20% of all proceeds, which is pretty cool. And right now, folks, they are hiring at so many different locations. So please, if you're interested and you need, if you're looking for someone to give you, if you're looking for a job to do something, please go to our son's website at jfank@portillos.com and find out, because they're opening another brand new one in Joliet. So they're opening stuff all the time, folks. We are almost coming down to the end of the time. Actually, we're a little over here. I don't know, man. I just want to thank everybody for watching the show today. I want to thank, of course, my good buddy Steve B, of course, from Frontline Cigars. Remember, the show is Monday through Friday. It's on for an hour, and it's very cool to get different stories and get people's opinions on certain things here and there. But what's more important is that we're trying to come together for the right cause. And that's all I can say. And keep thanking you guys for making a great show. And we have a lot of fun. Don't forget our last sponsor, of course, Patriot Funding Incorporated. You're looking for money and you need it now, right there. Patriot Funding Incorporated, folks, right there. They do a lot of stuff. My good buddy Dave Antonelli, right out of Roselle, Illinois, folks. If you're looking for that cash for credit cards, personal term loan, personal cash line of credit, business credit cards, personal credit cards, cash, 10,000 in 5 minutes. That's simple, folks. 630-675-4730. That's right. Patriot Funding Incorporated. We want to thank you all for watching, everybody. Ken Voss from Illinois Entertainer on tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we got a lot of other great still things happening. This week we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle this Wednesday. It's the only open show to the public. Don't forget my birthday party bash. Hope you guys come out. I'd love to have you and Dominic. Steve and Dominic, get Dominic out of the house. I know he's a busy man. We'll be at Villaggio on Lake Street in Roselle with the main event band celebrating my 59th. It's going to be a good time, folks. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, to book a show, 847-769-8609. Don't forget, we're brought to you by Eco Solar Solutions, where you always save more energy. That's right. When you save more energy, you save more money. And last-minute gift giving, folks. No kidding. If you want this book for a great stocking stuffer, it's My Fucking Coloring Book. That's right, folks. It's called My Fucking Coloring Book. And it's got all your favorite swear words that you can color. And it's just a great gift giving, folks. That's true. It's called My Fucking Coloring Book. Right here for Christmas, folks. Just put them in the stocking stuffers. You shithead. I'm not even going to say some of these other words, but you can actually go through this and color some of this stuff. I mean, it's pretty funny stuff. Anyway, that's right. My Fucking Coloring Book. Anyway, folks, don't forget the Dean Martin book. You can get giving away 2 copies of this Wednesday, authorized by the Dean Martin Society for the good times. We're excited. Everybody, thank you guys so much. Steve, again, Frontline Cigars, baby. Go out and smoke them. That's what it's about. And the great words. I want to thank our executive producer, April, and my lovely wife, Laura, of course, for putting up with me every day, and my family. I want to thank you guys the best. You guys an incredible day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love. And who's going to take us out? Nick Sahajas, the piano man.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye, everybody. Have an incredible